Live breaking news, Nez Nation. This is absolutely monstrous. This is huge news. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, probably arguably the biggest movie star on the planet right now, has just told Fox News who he's endorsing and who he's not endorsing for the 2024 election. And it's mind-blowing. This changes and has such a huge impact when a guy like The Rock, who's got not millions, hundreds and hundreds of millions of followers, fans all across the world, maybe even in the billions. You have to listen to this video, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit more. This is insane. Check this out.
Happy that you made that endorsement in 2020? Are you happy with the state of America?
Am I happy with the state of America right now? Well, that answer is no. Do I believe we're going to get better? I believe in that. I'm an optimistic guy, and I believe we can get better. The endorsement that I made years ago with Biden was one I thought was the best decision for me at that time. And I thought back then, when we talk about, hey, I'm in this position where I have some influence, and it's my job then. I felt like that then. It's my job now to exercise my influence and share with this is who I'm going to endorse. Am I going to do that again this year? That answer is no.
Whoa. I don't know if you understand the impact of this. This is Mr. Oprah. This is Mr. Left. This was the guy who had a viral, he's huge. He's like, when I was a kid, the big action stars were Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone. Then you had Jean-Claude Van Damme, and maybe a few others. To me, The Rock is bigger than all three of them combined, because not only does he do action movies, but he is Hollywood's darling. His blockbuster numbers, his box office numbers are astronomical. He makes billions and billions of dollars for studios, for Netflix, for streaming services all over the world. He's huge international movie star. Like the people that we grew up with, I know some of you guys are my age. The people that we grew up with, you could even go back to Steve McQueen. You could even go back to maybe Charles Bronson or Clint Eastwood as kind of early action heroes. They were big, and yes, they had international renown, but the technology, the communication network, the interconnectionness of the globe now is not even close to what it used to be. So his influence is vast. The web and network of his followers and influence and his ability to communicate to them is vaster than we'll ever even be able to fathom. It's huge. He was the guy who did a video back in 2020 during the pandemic, basically denouncing Trump, basically denouncing his style, his approach, his level of concern and level of communication with the American public. He questioned his leadership in an inadvertent way. And you can find that video. It's viral. It's all over the place. Literally back in 2020, when we were going through the throes of that crisis, he posted a video where he was basically telling Trump, we need you to be better and we need you to be a better leader. It's so funny because in this interview with Will Cain, he goes on to say that I'm not ready to endorse anybody, but you just did. Whether you think you did or you didn't. And he also says, I'm kind of done with politics. I just want to keep to myself, et cetera, et cetera. That's impossible because you literally just said, the power, remember the rhetorical principles of Aristotle, audience, purpose, message. This is a very deliberate, calculated. There's no way that he didn't think that question was coming, especially on Fox News. There's no way in a million years he thought he was going to get away with not talking politics. It's on Fox News, which is, the most political show next to CNN on the planet. The atmosphere, the ecosystem, the settings, the context, all basically empower and allow for that space, that fertile ground for political discourse. He knew that going in. So he says he's going to keep it to himself. He says, I'm just going to focus on my movies. I'm going to focus on my wrestling. He's actually, his fame is so big now that he's basically saving the WWE. And I mean, he went back to wrestling. He says, I'm just focusing on my work. I'm focusing on my family. I endorsed Biden in 2020. Am I going to do that again? Emphatically, Nez Nation. Emphatically, he says no. Well, you only have two other choices. And that's if RFK Jr. can really even make it to November. But if, let's just say he doesn't, you only have one other choice, Mr. Johnson. Dear Rock, Sir Rock. What do I call this guy? The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Mr. Johnson? I don't know. You tell me in the comments. You only have one other choice. So if you're going on a noted network that consistently for decades speaks to a certain audience, consistently for decades, basically promoting a specific ideology consistently for decades, and you say, I'm not going to be endorsing Biden, who's left? That's my question. So he endorsed without endorsing. That's essentially what he did. This is huge. Remember, we talked about Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan voted for Bernie Sanders. Joe Rogan is, whether you know him or not, like him or not, Joe Rogan is literally the most influential, popular media personality in all media today. That's mainstream media, independent media like myself, YouTube, streaming services, Spotify. There's nobody bigger than Rogan. He commands an audience larger than all CNN, MSNBC, Fox, all of them combined, okay? Hundreds of millions of downloads a month. He voted for Bernie Sanders in 2016. Probably voted for Biden in 2020. I'm not sure about that. I'm not positive, but he probably did. This guy was a renowned Democrat. He has since come out and say, there's no way I'm voting for Biden. There's no way. Not specifically endorsing Trump, but essentially inadvertently endorsing Trump. Elon Musk. Elon Musk was a Democrat for the longest times on social, cultural, economic policies for the longest time. I've said this many, many times. The Democrats are no longer the Democrats. They're unrecognizable. They're left of Lenin. Elon Musk comes out and says, well, I'm telling you one thing. I may not be voting for Trump, but I'm definitely not voting for Biden. So they're just kind of using, they don't really have the balls like most people in 2016 for fear of ramifications. They don't really have the courage to outright say it, but essentially they're outright saying it. I'd love to hear what you guys think, Nez Nation. I don't know if you really understand the breadth, the depth, the scale of somebody like The Rock. I mean, I don't even know. It's like if the biggest movie star on planet Earth, which he essentially arguably is, there may be Tom Cruise or maybe a couple others that are at his level, but he is in the A-list, A++ list, top celebrity movie star influencers. The fact that he says, I endorsed Biden in 2020, but I ain't doing that, not even close, in 2024, on noted, reputed conservative network Fox News, speaks volumes. And you can't imagine, I mean, I can only picture Biden and Kamala right now just sweating bullets. I can only imagine Oprah. I bet you Oprah has probably sent him 1,000 text messages, 1 million voicemails. You know, he faced a lot of backlash for Hawaii and Lahaina, and rightfully so. I don't know if you guys remember this, but Oprah and The Rock basically asked the American public, two multi-billionaires, asked the American public to donate to Lahaina. And said, do this for the Hawaiian people. You need to donate. And it was totally trashed. Everybody, it got so much backlash that I think they even deleted the website, and they didn't redact their statements, but they essentially just gave up and left and quit. And really it sucked because the people of Lahaina, my family was there like only a few months before that disaster. Why are we not talking about that anymore, by the way? We're giving billions and billions of dollars to Israel, billions and billions of dollars to Ukraine. And Lahaina, citizens of our country, Hawaiians, natives, homeowners who basically are they're never going to salvage the life they had before. They got like $700 each. What? That's a slap in the face. Maybe this is Dwayne The Rock's way of saying, hey, I made mistakes, which I actually commend. I've made mistakes. I did some things in the past that I didn't think through, which we all do. I give him the benefit of the doubt. I believed policies that were completely fraudulent. I believed in an individual who did not execute. I believed in an administration that did not put America first. I actually commend this. I really, really do commend this. What do you guys think? Some people are saying, I'm looking online, some people are saying, don't buy this, it's a bunch of BS. I mean, I think it sends an emphatic, strong message to his, not millions, we're talking hundreds of millions, if not billions of followers and fans across the globe. I don't know the exact numbers, but it's huge. What do you guys think? I want to turn this off to you, Nez Nation. Let me know in the comments what you think of Dwayne The Rock Johnson, one of the biggest movie stars of all time, saying he's not going to endorse Biden. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. As always, I try to respond to all the comments personally, but it's literally physically impossible. So members get first priority, super thanks, super chats. Consider becoming a member. It only costs you 1 cup of coffee to support the truth, because that's what we're all about here. These videos, these live streams, getting guests, getting interviews. Check out the Harrison Floyd, holy macadamia nut. That interview's amazing. I mean, it's not easy. So, I mean, for the cost of a cup of coffee, you spend more at Starbucks in 30 seconds than you would supporting us for a month. To be a member, you get special privileges, exclusive content, badges next to your name, in live streams, special consideration, first response. I mean, it's worth it. So consider becoming a member. If you've made it this far, also, don't forget, it's free. Become a Nez Nation Insider. It's our free newsletter. All you got to do is pop in your email. It's in the pinned comment, description, and show notes. Pop in your email, and guess what? You're in. It's free, and you'll never miss out on new videos, new live streams, breaking news updates that mainstream media won't cover. As always, Nez Nation, check out these videos I just posted recently. They are amazing. That's the interview I was telling you about. It is phenomenal. God bless you. God bless your family, and may God bless America. I'll see you soon.